Okay, we're going to look at Mark 10:41 through 44. Jesus said to them, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great men exercise authority over them. But it is not this way among you. But whoever wishes to become great among you shall be your servant, and whoever wishes to be first among you shall be slave of all." Greatness is not defined by what you do. It is defined by an attitude of the heart, first and foremost. Then and only then does it begin to affect how you do what you do. Jesus is not asking us to be wimps with no rights, who only live to meet the expectations of others. We are not simply to be those who do the lowliest tasks and think they are nothing and have nothing to give. This is where many people live, not because they are in love with God, but because they refuse to deal with the hearts and thus hide in the adjunct nothingness of religious poverty, as if that is our calling. If this is what we do, then we are thinking the same way the world does. They focus on power and position, so we focus on powerlessness and no position. Doing the opposite of the world still makes the world your master. Servants represent their master. They do this work not because they are powerless, but because they love their master more than themselves. It is love that causes us to serve those our master loves. When we honor them, we are honoring him. We do whatever needs to be done to honor the master, for he is our joy and the one who defines us. The question of servanthood really isn't about the servant. The question is about being a master, or who is the master. The question is, as the old Bob Dylan song said, you got to serve somebody. That's what finite people do. Finite people, by our very intrinsic nature, need someone to serve. We find power, we respect power. And the starting place for what God is saying is, I have power, serve me. Not in selfishness, not because power is a defining aspect, but because we love him. A servant heart isn't someone who goes around washing other people's feet as kind of a religious ceremony. I have to kind of chuckle sometimes when I see people doing that as kind of the defining aspect, even though we've crossed outside of the culture and gone to a different place in our modern world. I sometimes think the modern equivalent of servanthood is not washing feet, but really changing someone's bedpan. Taking the waste from their body when they can't get out of bed and taking it and flushing it and cleaning it and taking care of the most lowest body functions. And it's not that that's what we do, but that's what we're willing to do, heart level. Because we're not drawn to power. We're drawn to love. We're drawn to honor and value in those things that our master does. And anytime we're doing that, we're walking out with a servant's heart. You just got to look at Jesus, who was the servant of all servants, who came to serve us. And you look at his life, and he is no mamby-pamby. He is engaged in these lives in ways that is truly, truly incredible. Have a good day. Be a servant. Don't get caught up in yourself. Remember who the master is, and do as he would do.